And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. This Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Able to push his way through. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play call, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Pats are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on second down. Jones looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. J-Ron Curse in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of the Super Bowl. They'll run with Stevenson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. From now, 2nd and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. off the play fake. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From just shy of midfield, Jones flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. 20! And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, and it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Jarwin. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it. Just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return will stop right around the 25. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands. Inside handoff, the former Central Florida man, Bruce Miller. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
There's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They hand this off to Harris. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jones on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 114 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down and 4, Jones, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott on 1st down. This one to Jarwin over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
10th carry now for Elliott. Dances by him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 1st down carry by Elliott. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. second down and 7. Again, it's Elliott. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And let's gauge our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always had the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they were getting sync with their runners, and off they went.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Play action now. Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to get him for a loss of about 3. Prescott now from the 50. He'll get this to Elliott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dak. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up, and that is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Cowboys have a chance to... Up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.